Our relationship with nature can often be complex. As humans, we're sometimes guilty of damaging the environment, but ideally we can help our surroundings and the animals that inhabit them thrive. It can be truly awe-inspiring when we see the work we do benefits the world around us.
And that is exactly what one couple set out to do when they left their old lives in Los Angeles behind, with a goal to transform 234 acres of arid landscape into a thriving farm. The best part is you can experience their whole adventure. And we are so happy to be joined via Zoom with a part of that couple. This is John Chester. He is a filmmaker behind The Biggest Little Farm. John, welcome to DelmarvaLife.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, first of all, I just want to say right from the beginning, you are no stranger to Delmarva. You're actually a graduate of Stephen Decatur High School.
Yep, I grew up there on the Eastern Shore, right there in Berlin and West Ocean City, even Ocean City, all those places.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. But now you're on the West Coast. What made you decide you wanted to start this whole endeavor?
Well, my wife and I had always talked about farming, and in 2011, we were able to partner and acquire a old industrial lemon farm where the soil was rock hard. There was really no flora and fauna. There was hardly any diversity of life. And we decided that we were going to do it differently. We were going to farm in harmony with nature without using these harmful synthetically derived chemicals. And that naive venture really is what started the whole process of eventually making a film about it, which we never intended.
Right.
So tell us about the plants and the animals on the farm.
So the whole thing is for us to tap into the ecosystem of this system and utilize that as a way to mitigate against pest and disease issues. So we're encouraging wildlife actually back to the farm. Sometimes the same wildlife that, kills your chickens or, attacks other things. So it's a very delicate dance of coexistence. And so our goal was to see if that type of thing worked, but what the film sort of takes you through is how that's more like opening Pandora's box. And it's not easy. It's a comfortable level of disharmony, but that's what people who get to watch the film will see. It's a very honest assessment of what that really takes. And yeah, I was really happy to be able to bring that story to the screen because it's not something people will get to see very often.
Yeah, John, I have to admit, when I watched the film a couple years ago, the one word that came to mind when I was thinking about it, it was a very emotional journey, I have to say. But what was, you're doing this, you're farming, you're trying to strike this balance. What was it like making a film in the middle of all of this?
Well, you kind of feel like you're documenting your demise. I was a skeptic too. Like I was worried that it wouldn't work. So there were a lot of times where I felt like it was really hard to document yourself in a very vulnerable situation. I did have a very small team of like 2 people at some point helping me. And the rule was, I'm like, look, no matter what happens, you film. If I tell you not to film, don't listen to me. Just move back, 10, 15 feet so I can't see you because I know that I'll regret not having it. But ultimately, I think that level of honesty and vulnerability, plays into the relatability of the experience. And it's so important for people to see, both sides of that story, how good it can be and also how incredibly terrifying it can be to go through these things.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at the Ocean City Film Festival doing something fun, right?
Yeah, so we've screened it there like back in 2019, but this year I'm going to be back there with another local, Erica Messer, who actually produced the film, and she's out here in Hollywood, where she's out in Los Angeles. I'm not in Los Angeles, I'm north of there. And we're going to do a live commentary, sort of giving the behind the scenes stuff that you don't really get to hear about very often. While the film is playing. So live commentary, if you've never experienced it, is a really cool way to watch a film because while you're watching it, you're getting all these extra little tidbits, shared with you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the future. Are there any more films in your future?
Yeah, so I just finished a 5-year project that's a follow-up to the movie, The Biggest Little Farm. It's a 12-part series. I don't have an announcement for when it's going to come out, where it's going to be, et cetera, yet, but it was a pretty massive endeavor. Instead of it being 3 people making it, it was 20 people living on the farm here with us, making the film. And I will hopefully be sharing a trailer that's never been seen, that a sneak peek of what that series is about. It's a dream project because I got to go and tell a lot deeper level storytelling that I couldn't quite get into a 90-minute film. And we've got some really cool things to share. And like I said, maybe we'll share that trailer at the screening on the 9th of March.
So give us the rest of the details for the film festival.
Well, I wish I had it all exact right, but I think it's Sunday, March 9th, around 12 o'clock. I believe you can get tickets at the OC Film Fest, Ocean City Film Festival website. I do believe tickets are going fast, so it might be good to hop on that. And I know that I think it's kids under 14 are free. So it's a family event, and I would encourage everyone to come out. Even if you've seen the film before, you're going to get a whole different experience in the way that we're going to do it this time. And I'm just excited to come back home.
Yeah.
A lot of what I'm inspired to do here on this farm came from, my childhood and my experiences of, living and growing up in the natural system, especially contiguous to acetate. All those things have really informed, my love and belief and faith in the natural world.
Wonderful. John Chester, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and safe travels back to the East Coast.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
See you then.